Okay, now we're going to talk about the reason to listen, which is an area that students sometimes struggle with when they're writing their introductions. So, the reason to listen is where you imagine these disparate audiences that likely exist in any audience that you're going to be in. So, for example, back to my Steelers speech, I know that there's probably about 50% of the class that doesn't even care about football at all. And then I know that there's probably some that are actually Steelers fans. And then there's people that are somewhere in between. They're football fans, but they don't like the Steelers. They're football fans. They kind of like the Steelers. You know what I mean? There's all kinds of people in between. So, what I do when I'm writing my speech is I imagine the extremes. And I feel like if I can give these people a reason to care and these people a reason to care about my speech, chances are all of the people in between are also going to feel the gravity of that motivation I'm trying to provide. So, in an informative speech, I want to appeal to those who maybe don't know a lot about a topic. And then I want to appeal to those who do know a lot about a topic. Now, why would I want to appeal to people who know a lot about it? Let's imagine there's a Steelers fan listening to this little lecture right now. They've been a fan since they've been 7 years old and they're now 65, right? That's 58 years they've been a fan. So why would they maybe not care about a speech given by me? Well, I haven't been a fan that long. So they probably are like, why should I care about you? I've been a fan longer than you have, right? So I need to know that the people who already know a lot, I've got to promise them that there's a reason to listen to the speech. And for those that don't know a lot about it or maybe not motivated to listen to the topic, I want to give them a reason to. So, for an example, it could look something like this. Now, there may be some of you who don't really even like football at all. So, a speech on a football team is probably not something you're interested in. But today's speech is going to talk to you about how football is about more than the game. A lot of the people that are involved with the Steelers have made a major difference in their communities. Others of you have been a fan of the Steelers since maybe you were 7 years old. Today's speech is going to give you more information on some of the players and coaches and how they actually impacted communities in ways that maybe even the biggest fans don't know. Right? So boom, 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 give them both a little bit of honors. And again, I'm improvising these. You're going to have months or in a summer class, weeks at least to prepare. I'm using this in minutes, right? So think about those different audiences. Now, if it's a persuasive speech, what you're thinking of is those who are against the topic and those who are for the topic. So, gun control, for example. Now, I know that some of you are against gun control because you believe that it's a violation of your rights as a US citizen. I'm going to talk to you at least about why other people feel differently. Right. So I'm not trying to change the way they feel about it, but maybe give them more sympathy or empathy towards the topic. Others of you are already out advocating for gun control in your society. I'm going to give you some convincing reasons that you can use not only for your own motivation, but maybe in your conversations with others. Right. So I've given the people who already agree with me on the issue a reason to care about the speech, and those who disagree with me a reason to actually at least say, he's not going to try to change my point of view on this, but he's going to try to at least give me some more sympathy, right? That's a reasonable expectation for both sides. So reason to listen is where you imagine two audiences, whether it be an inform or a persuade, and you try to make sure that you appeal to both of them by implicitly, you can maybe motivate the people that are also somewhere in the middle. Okay, I hope that helps with your productions of reasons to listen.